And welcome back to Cigar Time, your friendly neighborhood show all about premium cigars.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome back, everyone.
We'll be back.
Yeah,
It is?
To be alive.
Well, that's for sure.
that's true.
Yesterday was a beautiful day.
Rain.
Yesterday? It's like sunny all day.
It was
Oh,
hot,
that's right, yeah.
it was hot as
It
crap.
rained last night, that's right.
Yeah, we're not on a tape delay. You don't remember
I
yesterday?
remember yesterday. No.
I think we all suffer from that particular illness.
Yes. Today we are smoking the second CAO Fasa cigar. This is the CAO Fasa Sol,
Last week we smoked the Fasa Noche.
which means night.
Yes, and Sol means sun.
There you
Um,
This smells exactly like every other cigar.
standard issue cigar smell.
Yeah, but when it comes to smell, I just don't think there's not a big,
go. It
not a big
smells
variance for me.
got a nice tobacco smell, though.
It reminds me of hay or kind of barnyard. I get the same thing.
Yeah. No.
I get the same thing out of. I just don't think my olfactory is very good.
I guess not.
It was in a barn.
Yeah.
I guess it would smell that way.
Yeah, but it's cured, so it's all better now.
It is. That's it. Paul, another blend?
Well, the blend, the insides are the same in both the Sol and the Noche.
Right.
And that is Honduran and 3 different kinds of Nicaraguan tobacco. The binder is Cameroon on both versions of the
Right.
cigar. So the difference is the Noche is a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper,
Right.
and this is a fairly rare wrapper called Olancho San Augustine, or OSA for
Right.
short.
Oh, so.
That's a Honduran wrapper that, to my knowledge, only a couple of cigars have ever used.
Like the.
The CAO Osa,
Osa,
which
right.
is an obvious one, and also, I think I mentioned this last week, the Rocky Patel Super Fuerte
Yeah.
uses that wrapper,
Mhm.
or used that wrapper. I don't even think that cigar is
I don't think
around
we need it
anymore.
now.
What'd you guys get on the dry draw?
I didn't dry draw.
I get like a red vine kind of.
Red vine,
You know,
red
like
wine.
Candy.
No, red vine. Thank you, Paul.
The licorice?
Yeah,
I didn't get that.
the stuff you can use to get at the concession stand at Little League baseball games,
Mm-hmm.
and now you get from like Pennsylvania Dutch country.
Now it's mostly Twizzlers.
The cold, I don't know about the draw, but the taste of the wrapper is really good before you wipe.
This wrapper's nicer than, I think, is nicer than the other one, than the Noche.
The Noche wrapper was kind of crude looking.
It was matte.
It
Kind of a
looked like,
matte.
it looked muddled. This one's really shiny.
Yeah, this has got some
Oily.
oil.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same blend, just different wrapper. I wonder if they ferment the tobaccos in the filler or even the binder any differently.
Here's mine for you.
I'm way too stubborn for that. Thank you, though.
Don't anybody else give him a lighter.
I
Let's
did.
see.
You didn't
No,
want
but
it.
don't anybody else give him one. Let's see how long he lasts.
I can't blow my smoke rings.
Oh, thank God. I was doing that last night. I was walking my dog.
It's hard to do when you're moving.
There's a clown
Well, no,
name.
while he was standing, he was, sniffing the.
There's a clown named Snow.
What?
There's a clown named Snow.
I don't know.
Smoke rings, the clown?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds kind of creepy.
Well,
That
well,
is creepy.
with the clown, right?
There you go. Clowns are creepy. They're scary as hell.
I had a Mardi Gras poster from a charity event I did for Big Bros, Big Sisters, like in like 1989 or something.
Right.
And Sandy's afraid of it. It's like because
She's afraid of the poster?
yeah. She's like that you cannot keep that in this house. She goes, no. I'm like, no, I love this thing. It's really cool. She goes, it is creepy because it's all the Mardi Gras,
Yeah.
clowns and everything. Actually, I met Tommy Lasorda at that. Reggie White, his wife, Mrs. Reggie White.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Mhm.
I met Tommy Lasorda at Lasorda's,
At the
restaurant.
restaurant or the pub?
The restaurant. It was in Bluebell. He was there with Steve Levy. They were having dinner. And I walked over and got he signed a menu for me. It was pretty cool. They both signed it.
I never met him, but I used to go to they had a pub or bar in Lionville.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's right next to Jeff's store.
Mm.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah, there you go. He also saw me play. He came to one of my baseball games one year when I was in high school. And watched this. I was taking batting practice.
Was he looking for don't reel footage?
The what?
Was he looking for don't reel footage?
No. I was actually taking batting practice when he was there. So I tried to impress him.
Did you?
I did actually. I hit a ball off the wall, and I was behind the plate because you don't want to stand in the batter's box while you're taking batting practice because the field's all lined already. So we were standing behind the plate. And I still hit the ball off the wall.
Which field was this? Was this in Phoenixville?
No, Latshaw, Norristown.
Because I saw Piazza hit a ball. I was playing center field. He hit a ball, but it was like a 20-foot fence too, and it.
Did you ever see the video where
Still
Ted
no.
Williams went to go see Piazza take batting practice in a cage?
No.
Who did?
Yeah, Ted Williams.
Oh yeah.
Went
That
to
must
see
have been
Piazza take
entertaining.
batting practice in a cage
Really?
when he was like 15 years old. And he said, this kid's going to be a star.
Yeah.
This kid can just flat out hit.
He was Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, he was a, well, I don't,
Yeah,
was he the last one taken?
Yeah.
Was he? I didn't realize
And
it.
it was only because he's
Yeah,
Tommy
Vince.
Lasorda's his godfather, from what I
Yeah.
understand.
They're best friends, Vince Piazza and Tommy Lasorda.
Yeah.
And now he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And he played. He wasn't a catcher then. He was first base.
I married a Playboy playmate.
And he's
Moved
a
to
cigar
Italy.
guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big time.
I remember playing at that field. Steve Bono. I don't know if you guys remember Steve
Yeah,
Bono.
he was a quarterback.
He was a quarterback for Norristown. I played
Chiefs,
against
wasn't
him. He played.
I thought it was the
Sunday,
Niners.
son.
No, that's Steve. No. He played. He went to UCLA. He played for Norristown. Graduated from Norristown. Went to UCLA. Set all kinds of records, and then he went on. And I think he played in the strike year. I think he
You're
played for
not on
Pittsburgh.
camera?
I forget. But he ended up playing
I'm sure
for.
you're on that camera.
On that
Super
camera, yeah,
Bowl
my
ring.
wife can't see.
He was a backup for the
Which is
Niners.
usual. Happens all the
Yeah.
time.
He was backing up Montana and
Young.
Steve Young.
I thought he played for the Chiefs.
He did.
Oh.
When Montana went to Kansas City, he followed him. And then when Montana retired, Steve Bono started. But in high school, I played against him, and he was a switch hitter. In my opinion, he was a better baseball player than he was a football player. He was a catcher, and he could throw a football 100 yards. Unbelievable arm. And as a catcher, he could just throw people out from the squat position.
He didn't even have to get
Incredible.
up.
No, he had a great arm.
Especially the slow ones.
But he was but he hit a ball. He was batting left-handed, and he hit a ball over my head because I was playing first base. He hit a ball over my head, over the fence, and
So
at that field.
it went over the fence,
No, shut
and
up.
it went over your head.
Shut up. It was the field was in a bowl, and there's a hill.
And it went up over
And the
the
trees, there were trees on top of it. It went over the trees on the hill.
Were
and
you
it went
before
over
the trees
street.
or after the trees?
Shut up. And
But
it was
you caught it anyway.
No,
No.
it was the furthest ball I've ever seen hit. It was unbelievable. The fence was 325 down the line,
It's usual to
and
over
it
his
went,
head.
and there was like 50, 60 yards of hill that it had to go up, and it went over the trees and onto the street. It was an unbelievable.
Talking
Yeah.
about long shots,
Yeah.
I saw a thing about a pro golfer who hits the ball the way, what's his name did in that stupid movie.
Oh, Happy
Happy
Gilmore.
Gilmore?
Yeah, he hits that way.
Mhm.
He hits 350 yards off the tee,
Wow.
one-handed.
One-handed.
Yep,
Wow.
he just does the swing. It's amazing.
Wow.
Is it a tall, like really tall, skinny kid?
No,
Oh,
it's
because
a skinny black guy.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I saw a Instagram video of him.
Yeah,
Really, that's
I
incredible.
saw that too. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Now, how's his short game?
I couldn't tell you.
He's too tall for that.
He has no short game.
He puts it on the green all the time.
What's the
I
show
would
about
like
today?
to suggest something radical and have us
Talk about
talk
the cigar?
about this cigar.
Thank you. I'm tired of
Most, get your
hearing about
first,
Steve Bono.
I want to hear everybody's
His dad,
before mine
son.
because I have strong opinion.
All right,
About Steve Bono?
No.
Sonny
Moose.
Bono?
first opinion.
Draw's nice, even though it, even though everybody's complained, and I did too, that
How
it was
hard it
how
was.
hard it is,
But
but
it
it
still actually draws.
draws. Yeah,
And it makes smoke.
yes, a lot of it.
That's kind of damning
I-
with faint praise.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'm getting different tastes, and I haven't picked them out yet.
Okay. Paul,
You go next. I want to go last.
Scott.
I'm getting some, now it's red wine. I find it very spicy. And I've been experimenting lately. I was having a cigar Saturday night or Sunday night. And I don't know what the heck I was doing, but I was retrohaling differently.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
it
you were
sounds
doing
weird.
Tia style through your
Through your
ear.
ears?
Yes. No, but I was like, because I'm wondering, because I can't sleep if I don't have what do you call it, breathe right strips.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, really?
I really struggle to breathe through my nose. And so I was, actually last night I had a cigar with a breathe right strip to see if it changed it at all. And it actually,
A lot.
seriously, I'm like, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah.
so I was working on ways to like try and, when I exhale, to like open up the airways of my nose, and it was actually pretty interesting. Like I wish I could remember the cigar, but all of a sudden I'm getting all these different, I'm like, what is going on?
I sense a market opportunity. You can start selling retrohale strips.
Yeah.
Only in cigar shops.
I almost. The only thing that kept me from doing it was, I forgot. I was gonna
Today?
wear a nose ring. Oh, what's that?
Nose ring.
Take that out. I'm storing it somewhere else right now.
That's right.
Good move.
Yeah, I was gonna wear a breathe right strip for the show, but it really did enhance the flavor.
Okay. Interesting. I'm getting a hint of the wine taste that you're getting.
I think it's from the wrapper.
I think the wrapper's very silky on the palate. I don't know if you're getting any of that. It's a little, to me, it's a little, my tongue and my lips are a little numb, so it's like a little soapy type. I'm not getting a soap taste, but it reminds me of soapiness. On my lips, yeah.
Sometimes Honduran wrappers get that way.
Yeah,
Think of the Gran Habano number 5,
yeah,
and it's got kind of that soapy texture,
yeah.
the leaf itself, and in your mouth.
Are you talking about the flavor or the?
No, he's talking about the mouthfeel.
Just the mouthfeel.
Oh, okay.
I'm not getting so deep.
Does anybody find this like a little harsh?
It's a little harsh, which, in my experience, the Osa wrapper tends to be a little harsh.
You think it's just because it's us or just Honduran in general?
Well, this cigar to me tastes very Honduran.
Yeah,
Even though it's got Nicaraguan and a Cameroon binder, this tastes like a Honduran cigar. Some spice, a ton of earth to me,
yeah, a lot of earth.
a hint of that wininess, which is not typical, but
Yeah,
it might be in the Bethune.
could be.
I wouldn't
it's-
swear to that.
It's harsh through the retrohale. At least the first one that I just did. We'll see if it gets any better. It's not bad, it's just if it's not as harsh.
Yeah.
Now, the name Fasa actually means phase. And I just hope this is not a new phase for CAO.
Because it sounds like he doesn't like it.
I'm actually getting a little bit of
Don't worry, it's just the phase they're going through.
It's just a phase. They'll outgrow it.
unsweetened, like if black licorice wasn't sweet, getting that kind of flavor from it.
Kind
Does that
of
make
star
sense?
anise
Yeah,
without the sugar that comes
Yes.
in licorice.
exactly.
Just a hint. And it's on like the front, but not the tip.
Yeah, and it's all the way across.
All the way across.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
We're getting some pepper from it too.
A little bit, yeah. And other spicy.
Yeah.
The good news is this is only a $7 cigar.
Oh,
Yes.
we left that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned that last week.
think
Last
we
week
did.
Yeah, we
it
did.
wasn't 7, but it
Really?
was,
750, I
was it
think.
750 because
Yeah.
it was the grande.
It was the 6x6.
This is a much better size.
There's only 2 sizes,
Yeah, the Toro and the 6x6.
which I kind of like.
I like the 3 sizes, Robusto, Toro, Grande.
I think if you're a smaller company, it makes it, but like CAO, like the smaller companies you'll get lost. Like we have one of the American, one size of the Gold, one size of the Cameroon, one size of the
BX3.
what's the green one, the Brazilian.
We're very, yeah.
Yeah, so for them, I mean, so and they do, those individuals do well. No, the BX3, we've got all.
We blow it out
Size.
as soon as it comes in every
Yeah.
time.
I've got the MX2 in those stores now.
How's that sound?
Actually, at first it sold really well.
Yeah.
Actually, it's. I mean, I still have to reorder it.
The blend has changed on that, obviously.
It's still a good cigar.
Is it? I haven't had it since, I smoked it a couple times since the change. And it wasn't the same, so I never went back to it. Not that it was a bad cigar, it just wasn't what it was.
The MX2?
The MX2.
Remember we used
You
to-
mean the
Do you
Camacho?
remember back in the day?
CAO MX2?
Oh, we used to
yeah.
have to hide boxes.
We used to have
in
to
that
hide
cabinet.
them because people were coming in
Oh my
and
God, you
just
remember that?
taking them. Yeah, yeah. That was
Wow.
a phenomenal
Sounds
cigar.
kind of like Foundation when certain people are at
Yes,
work.
exactly. Well, yeah, we had to hide them. People weren't stealing them; they were just
Grabbing them up.
and they were gone before we can really put them out on the shelf. So we had to hide them. Yeah,
Well, let's get them back then.
it's a totally different blend. When CAO sold to General,
Oh,
they didn't buy the blends. They had to reverse engineer it, and smoke it, and then figure out what it was.
and that was
Was that
Ricky
for-
at least initially, even after General
Was that for
bought.
all the CAO?
Yeah,
They didn't buy any of the blends? None of them.
That doesn't make. I
They
That
bought,
all bullshit.
they bought the names.
yeah. Davidoff did the exact same thing
with Camacho.
with Camacho.
I'd have to hear that from the horses.
I don't know. Wait a second. I'm not positive about the blends of Camacho. I know they didn't buy the fields,
No.
so they may have still gotten the same blends.
Yeah, but with CAO, what's the point of just buying the name?
I don't know.
I have to dig
They
into
did the
that.
same thing with Ferragno.
They didn't buy the blends, they bought the name. And I don't know how their purchase of Alec Bradley plays as far as the blends.
I don't know. I can't speak to that.
It's starting out, Bradley's actually do fairly well. The
Yeah.
Project 40, the Magic Toast.
And the double broadleaf.
Eh,
Those are the three that
I
we
sell them.
keep in stock and they sell pretty
I
well.
sell them in Quakertown a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. That and Magic Toast, especially the Gordo. Magic Toast Gordo sells big time up there. So,
It is funny how just you can get 2 people in one store that will just be the reason you have to keep bringing stuff back.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what else you have to talk about?
I don't know. So you found
You
out
want to read
more.
off the events? Here.
What are the events? What's the date today? Today's the 8th.
Hey,
So actually, today we're having a cut and light with
well, by the time this is on the air,
Sean Quay.
Does it go on the air?
It's on now.
it's on now.
live.
Hey, as
We're having
as
an
we
event in
said in our,
Washington
yes,
What
go
time does
ahead.
that start? It doesn't say. It's
4.
not on
It's
here.
4 to 7.
4 to 7. Okay. Sean
And
Quay,
it's,
Esteban Carrera. It's a cut and light. You can come in. He'll talk to you about the blends and everything like that.
we'll have
Cut it and light it for you.
cut it and light it for you, and you get to hang out with,
Sean Quay
and me.
and Paul. I'll be here for an hour.
Great. Then you guys better come up with another event quick.
And we all know Paul's outstanding in his own field.
Downingtown is having a DBL event on the 22nd.
Hey, Paul, I really do like you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I may pick on you, but I really do like you.
I assume that you pick on me because you like.
There
It's
you
actually
go.
a hand rolling event. You wanna get it?
No, I don't want
Okay.
it.
They're having
It's not
a
my
rolling
contract.
event in Downingtown the 22nd with DBL. I guess Francisco's going to be there.
He's a cool guy.
He is
He
very,
is.
Yes, he is.
very
One of the warmest people in the business.
yeah, friendliest. Yeah.
I still have to get over to his shop.
Huh?
I still have to get over. He's got a shop over in like
His brother
Red
has it.
Bank. His
Red Bank.
brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have some.
And he used to have one in East Brunswick, but he sold that and they changed the name from Don Francisco, which was the old name, to the Smoking Gnome.
Oh, Jesus.
He had to change that name, didn't he? Because I think there was something.
There was a
close to it.
lot of, no, it's not that there was something close to it, there was a lot of negative association with the store.
Oh, okay.
Really?
That one, not the Red Bank one. The one in East Brunswick has been a pit for almost 20 years.
Oh, okay.
There was a store. There's another store in Jersey that was like that. What was
I don't go to Jersey.
it? Something whole.
Real.
Well, there was a store there that was a pit, but
Not anymore.
what do you know? Mary Ann came and turned it into
Turned it around.
into a real cigar shop.
It's beautiful. You guys haven't been there, have you?
No.
She sent me pictures though.
I've been there.
I've been there
It's
several
really
times.
nice.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
for her.
one of my best friends. It was like, honestly, it's like 0.8 miles from the store.
He used to come in.
Yeah, he actually would walk his dog down there.
That's cool. I love Mary Ann. She's awesome.
Shoot. Oh, and this actually the same friend. It's funny. He sends me a picture from some cigar shop, and I'm like, oh, tell Francisco I said hi. He's like, huh? What? Who? And I'm Francisco. He's like, he's here. I was like, I told you.
Good.
It was-
You have information about what we were talking about last week about Minnesota.
That's absolutely right, and I told you what it was, so why don't you
No,
repeat it?
I don't remember. So I don't listen
It's
to
not
it.
on here.
Oh, I'll mention an event that's not on there, and it's way out, so
Oh,
there's
yeah.
time to
I
respond.
almost forgot.
Parks Casino
Oh,
is
yeah.
having a cigar dinner on August 2nd.
Oh, really?
An incredible menu, which next week I'll share with everybody. The menu is phenomenal. The liquors that they serve with each course are phenomenal. And of course, the cigars which they're getting from us are
Where are
phenomenal.
they doing it in?
In
Parks?
Beer Garden.
Oh, okay. Really? They're allowing that? No
They're allowing
kidding.
that, and in fact, after I set this up with them, I got a phone call from I think it's the Bucks County Chamber of Commerce, wanting to do a cigar dinner there,
Oh, that's awesome.
and they told them to contact us.
Oh, good.
Very nice.
And I will be attending both of those events to wax poetic about cigars.
Oh, nice.
I think watching, well, my friends and I get together first.
Not wax on, wax off.
We're watching it, Chicken and Pete's. Or watching the sports on, but you can't smoke a cigar there.
No.
I can't Chicken and Pete's either.
So the Parks dinner is $115 a person. That includes 4 courses of gourmet dinner,
Mm-hmm.
4 different alcoholic beverages, and 3 different cigars.
Nice. Do you know what the cigars are?
Yes, the cigars are a Monty White Toro,
Nice.
a Romeo and Juliet 1875 Nicaragua Toro,
Nice.
and they wanted one powerhouse, so the Onyx Bold.
Okay. I smoked an Onyx Bowl yesterday. It was delicious.
It didn't curl your hair.
It did not.
It tried though.
It was delicious. I had some really good cigars. Very overlooked cigar. If you're looking for a powerhouse Maduro, that's a good cigar.
It gets none of the love it deserves.
Nope.
So if you're interested in the Parks, then get a hold of Parks,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
and you can buy tickets.
Got it.
God, you're such a bad-
I don't remember.
We talked last week about in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They
Hey.
trying to pass an ordinance where you can only smoke a cigar for 15 minutes in a cigar shop. So there was more information came out this morning on Halfwheel, which is kind of an industry newsletter that we all get, and it was from the Glenn Loop, who's isn't he like the attorney for the CRA or something?
He was the president.
He was the president.
President.
Oh, but he's
From its founding, he
Yeah.
was the president.
So it turns out, looks like that actually did pass. And a couple of things that he pointed out were that this lounge in Minneapolis was the only place you could smoke a cigar.
That
Or the only
one
cigar
lounge?
lounge was the only one where you could smoke a cigar. The owner, it's a cigar and pipe shop. The owner invited the city council and this woman who wanted to ban it all and just to come in and see what it was all about, and they didn't care.
Well,
Glenn Loop,
the soccer mom definitely didn't care.
Glenn Loop actually sent them information, the town council, about the health effects of smoking, and it was actually a report from the FDA, or something that the FDA had done. It's on the record in the federal government, explaining, as we've said many times, that if you're a casual cigar smoker, then there's no increased risk of you're no increased risk of health effects than a non-smoker. So he gave all that information. They didn't care.
That's ridiculous.
Didn't I guess they just ignored it. And I think they haven't ruled out some kind of litigation. But it's like, why?
I have no
What would be
idea.
the purpose of that?
I don't know.
Besides, they can't stand somebody enjoying themselves.
They're the fun police.
God forbid anybody has any.
And that's
Yeah.
a blue state, right?
It is a very blue state.
Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, they're 0-5 and 0-4 in the Super Bowl too.
Isn't that the
Yeah.
city that has all the underground tunnels downtown so that you can walk from building to building
It's-
I know,
it's
without
not-
freezing to
you're not
death?
freezing.
I know Montreal does.
I think they
Chicago
should,
has them for smuggling alcohol.
I think they should make a new law that you can only smoke in the tunnels.
Underground. Yeah. That'd be cool. That's
It's
ridiculous.
just like-
People can't get out of their own way, man.
Whether you're pro or anti, I mean, whether you, I guess if you're anti-smoking, you're like, yay. But if you're sort of like, it doesn't bother me, just leave people alone. What's
Yeah.
the
Why
point?
can't they? Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Why do they have to put their nose in other people's business?
Because they're the government.
I
That's
mean,
what the government
the
does.
government doesn't know shit about what people want.
What are they?
Nothing.
What are they accomplishing? Okay, you can smoke for 15 minutes, but then you have to kill yourself
But
by smoking somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
That's their- I mean,
What's the 15
obviously-
minutes thing for? I mean, why 15 minutes?
I don't know.
Why not a half hour? Why
And
not-
who are they trying to
15
protect
minutes
the
allows you
employees?
to get started and then forces you to stop.
I know a lot of the.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these nut jobs who want to regulate smoking in cigar shops, I think they're doing it because of the employees. Trust me, nobody's working here for the money.
That's
Okay. Second of all, most of them are working because I get to work, hang out.
Get to
I work
smoke
part
cigars.
time here in this store, just because I was like, oh, this is cool.
literally
Like,
for no money.
Actually, literally for no money at one point because I liked it so much.
Yeah,
So people aren't, for the most part, they're not working in cigar shops
because they're
they
on Skid Row. Yeah.
I work in a cigar shop to support my habit.
right. That's what I'm getting at. Is you get a nice
If it wasn't
discount.
for, if it wasn't for a 30% discount, I don't know what I'd do.
I worked 4 cigars.
Yes, you did. That's how we paid you.
Yeah, it was. I loved it. I'm like, I had a full time job. I'm like, I'm going to spend the money on cigars anyway, so just
Right.
worked out
Why
for
not?
everybody. So they're not really protecting the health of people or employees.
No.
And again, I mean, I know people make this argument, but you don't like it, work somewhere else.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. The government.
Well, I got a question about that. If the law is that you can only smoke for 15 minutes, can you light another cigar after that and smoke that one for 15 minutes?
No, because
It's per hour. You said.
They said it's 15 minutes per hour.
So you
So,
can
of course,
leave
the
and come
first-
back in.
I don't know. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna smoke the second 15 minutes in the hour and the first 15 minutes of the next hour.
Yeah, so you do it at the end. The last 15 minutes of 1 hour and the first 15 minutes of the next hour, at least you got a half hour out of
And
it.
again, I mean, were they gonna hire somebody with a
Yeah, well,
stopwatch?
Yeah.
No, they're gonna do it like the meter maids. They're gonna come through.
They're gonna
the ground,
chalk your arm.
Chalk mark on you.
Yeah.
And they'll come back in 15 minutes. Anybody that's got the chalk mark gets a ticket.
That's ridiculous.
It's just like if
I
you,
could imagine that.
if
though.
you walk onto a plane with an unlit cigar in your mouth, people would absolutely open that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do.
Oh yeah.
Which I actually looked into the. I did that yet. Well, it had previously been lit, but it was out. I walked into the house with it in my mouth. She's like, "I'll kill you." That's lit. I'll kill you. I'm like, I'm not that stupid.
That's funny.
I wouldn't smoke a cigar in my house anyway.
No.
You're
know, I
probably
used
getting a
to
sour note out of this cigar.
I am.
a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I don't talk about the cigar.
That's. I
We
used
were
to.
talking about me getting my ass kicked.
Yeah. I used to smoke.
Well, I like that much more.
I did when I was single.
Yeah, when I was saying.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. It gets in your clothes and
Yeah.
it goes up. You know, it went upstairs and it's like it smelled like smoke in my bedroom. And I'm like, I don't want this. So I stopped. I don't smoke in my car anymore either.
God,
But,
bunch of panty wastes.
yeah.
I should.
I smoke in my car, I smoke in my house, I smoke in my bedroom. In fact, when I go out in public, I have to remember there's a cigar in my mouth before I go in the store.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Oh, I've done it too.
I've done
And you
that.
get halfway to the door and you realize, because people are starting to stare at you as you're getting closer to the
It
door.
happened last Wednesday. After I left here, I went over to Walmart to pick up supplies, and like halfway there, I'm like, oh crap!
And you got to walk all the way back to your car, put it in the ashtray.
I need the exercise, so it's not a big deal. But yeah,
I don't have to do that
what?
because I don't smoke in the car.
Well, I had Sandy's car Friday night. She had to drive out to get some stuff from my son,
Yeah.
and he's got a giant toolbox, and it won't fit in her car, so she took mine. And fortunately, it's Friday night. It's like, I don't know, 11:30. I'm getting ready to leave. I'm like, all right, let me get me my. I got a little last call, short cigar. I'm like, wait a minute, like, hold on a second, like something. Ah, that's right.
Now, did
Sandy's car.
Did she say anything about being in your car? About it smelling or anything like that?
No.
My wife won't get within 10 feet of my car.
No. She's,
You know what's good?
she smokes cigars with
Those
me.
dryer sheets.
My car is temporarily out of commission, so I'm driving my wife's car to work. I just moved my ashtray to her car and I'm smoking in her car. But my wife doesn't care.
Yeah.
You're a lucky man.
Those dryer sheets work. You put them under your seats.
Did you do one at a time, or do you put the whole box under there?
Just like two under two. When I used to smoke in the car, I used to put two under the driver's side and two under the passenger side.
Did you reuse it when it was time to do laundry?
No.
You could make yourself your
Exactly.
clothes smell like cigars on purpose that way.
Yeah, no. But yeah, that works. That takes the odor out of the.
What, sticking under your seat?
Yeah.
Well,
The odor. It absorbs the odor.
what, the carpet?
No.
No, the dryer sheets.
Oh, dryer sheets. Okay, sorry, I didn't get that part.
That's right.
From my grapevine showed up yesterday. I was plant grapevines.
What kind of grapes?
Pinot Noir and Pinot Grigio.
Obviously, you're making wine.
I'm gonna try it just for fun. I know it's gonna be crap, but just for fun.
You should get Sangiovese grapes. They're
Why?
easy to grow and they make good wine.
From what I'm reading, grapes are really hardy. I mean, certain areas grapes do better than others, like certain kinds of grapes, but generally speaking, they're pretty hardy.
Well, that's why there are grapevines in use today that are hundreds of years old.
Yeah, that's amazing to me. And they cut the vine after the
They cut it
season
back.
in the winter. They cut it all the way back to almost pretty much to the original stub, which is just.
And it just comes
starts
back.
off. The vine starts off when it's planted like that, and like 100 years later, it's like this. It's just amazing to me.
We used to have grapevines in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my grandfather used to do wine.
I think I did too growing up, and I seem to remember.
But there's a
being
bad joke
up with
there,
a
but I think I'll let it go.
baseball bat. It just chopped
Involving
them all
Helen
up.
Keller.
They were there.
My great grandfather used to do that too in his backyard.
They were Concord grapes in my backyard. They were.
That's where we had Concord grapes.
Yeah.
My uncle used to make wine, but he would just buy grapes, stamp on them in a tub,
Mhm.
and add grain alcohol to it.
That's
Shortcut.
bad, dog.
There you go.
Crazy.
But that
High proof wine.
I've been watching. I remember, if you remember, about a year ago, I was watching. I told you guys I was watching all these videos. I was just completely enamored by the whole thing, and
Yeah.
I started watching them again, and I still want to do it, so I'm going to. But it just reminds me so much of cigars and how not just that everything's done by hand, and the terroir is so important, and caring for the plants, and there's so many parallels with cigars.
And
Just
fermentation.
from it, yeah, and they just, the only thing they do is they add a little bit of yeast for the.
How long do you have to ferment wine?
I don't think you
Depends.
ferment it for very long, but after you're done fermenting it, it takes time to
Yeah.
be drinkable.
Like how? You
How
don't have
long
to age
to-
it like bourbon, like 2 years, is it? You don't have to
Well-
do that long.
They do it before you get it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why there are vintage years.
Well, that's same thing.
And you usually, except for,
Same thing with whiskey. They do it before I get it.
yeah, but you don't buy, oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, they do it before you get it, no matter what. But fermentation is short.
Yeah, it might be. I guess I have to brush up on this, but it might only be like a week or two. It's,
I think you could measure it in days. And it's
Oh,
double digit days, but not triple digit days.
probably, yeah.
Oh, that sounds better than aging it for 2 years like bourbon.
No, that's fermentation versus aging.
So,
No, I mean, no,
Seriously.
being serious.
Fermentation of liquor is only a couple of days. It's the distillation and aging that takes time.
I'm getting that sour note you're talking about. So we
It's,
should.
it's come to dominate the
Moose,
cigar for
what,
me.
what would you drink with this, Moose? A cigar.
Moonshine.
That good, huh? Take it Moose is not enjoying the cigar.
It's not a bad cigar. It's well made, smokes good, it's got good flavor, just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Well, so it has flavor, just not
What would you
Flavor
drink?
It's
you
not
like.
good flavor.
What would you drink with it?
Something strong, like an overproof bourbon,
Okay.
you know, barrel proof.
Yeah.
like Guinness or stout.
Good. But
A good English stout.
Harp.
Something dense enough to
Harp. Yeah, Harp Guinness. One of those.
it's a half
black
and
and
half.
tan.
It's a half and half.
Yeah. Something that's
That's the
got a
original
little
black
little.
and tan was
Half
Harp
and
and
half.
Guinness.
No.
Har-
Bass and
Oh, yes,
Guinness.
you're
is
right.
Black and tan.
I stand correct.
But
I
any,
sit correct.
anyway,
Stupid.
something's got a lot of body to it. A beer, a lot of body. Some would say a little more dominant flavor in the cigar itself. I would. And
Yeah, somebody said something about this numbing their tongue.
Me.
Yeah, I'm getting that now.
I got a real strong hit of wine this far into it.
So would you drink wine with it?
I don't drink wine. Well, I drink
you're Italian. What do you mean you
Yeah.
don't drink
You
wine?
smoke
Italian wines. That's all I drink. No French crap. So Bordeaux are.
And I've heard them speak highly of you.
The French? I don't think so.
You know you have it. No, just
Yeah,
Italian
Emmanuel
wines.
Macron made a press release where he said, you know,
Yeah,
in
Pascucci-
spite of everything, I like that
That
Pascucci guy.
Pascucci guy's a pain in the ass. What do you look like a dragon. This all that smoke coming out of your nose.
Watch it maybe on hard drive.
No, I don't think so.
Khaleesi.
That's right.
You're not as cute.
They're damn straight I'm not. Maybe back in the day. But,
So what number would you put
Yeah,
on this?
yeah. Let's give your final thoughts. I was
What?
just asking about
Final
what you
thought.
Drink.
Well, what am I talking? Drink or final?
No, we already got
Final
your
thoughts.
drink.
Okay.
You said moonshine.
Yeah, moonshine.
Does anybody watch that show?
Moonshiners?
Moonshiners?
No.
8.5.
Okay. It's still not a bad rating. I mean, it's a good cigar. I mean, it's something you can. It's a good. Yeah, it's a good dog walking cigar. I was gonna say. But yeah.
You mean it's a dog rocket?
No, it's not a dog rocket. It's definitely not a dog rocket.
I enjoyed the first inch of it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I found that sour note kind of took over.
Mm-hmm.
And since I'm less than halfway through the cigar, for it to be sour from that point on is not good news. I'll go with Moose and say 8.5.
Okay. Scott.
I think it's better than an 8.5, but I gave the Noche, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, an 8.75, and I like, oh yeah, it's a missed call. I like that a little bit better. Excuse me, everybody. Just 8.5 just seems kind of,
Low.
yeah, I like this cigar. I mean, I got the wine at the front. I get that numbing. I got the sour note you talked about, and I'm still getting that anise without the sugar. It is a bit rough. So if you're a full-bodied person, I think you might like this. I give it an 8.65. I don't know. It's not as good as the other one, but it's somewhere between. How about this? Somewhere between 8.5 and 8.75.
It's an NTB cigar.
Thank you.
Not too bad.
It's not.
I would smoke this again.
I would smoke it again too. You're right.
It's one of those cigars you'd have to smoke more than one
Yeah.
This
to,
I
to, to actually get a good idea of what it is.
More than the first
I
one.
like the first time I've ever had it.
I originally I liked this better than the other one, but now I like the other one better than this one. But
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
actually, they sell like crazy. So okay.
Yeah, it's not what we like. It's what
It's
customers
what our
like.
customers
Right.
like.
But I like it.
Yeah,
It's
I
tough
don't.
grading this
I
one.
don't dislike it. It's not like you said. I would smoke it again.
Hmm?
You know, it's not a bad cigar at all. It's just not as. It's not as good as the Noche, even though I don't like that size.
Well,
I liked it better than you guys did. It's to me, it's getting better. I'm
would
getting
say
more. I'm getting more of that wine flavor in the back end.
That would be
Maybe I, lit the wrong end for you guys did. I got it in the second half. I like it. I kind of like it, but not as much as I liked last time. Last time I gave it a 9. I want to give this an 8.75.
did I do a 9 last week?
I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. Yes.
We all
You
get
agreed with me.
9 or better. We all
All
get.
right, 8.75. Thanks, Rob. You
You're
bailed me out.
You're
I agree with Rob. I love agreeing with Rob.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna smoke another one. Not today, but I'm gonna smoke another one to see if I
If
get
it's
anything else
the same.
from it. Yeah, the same.
I
'Cause
think
you
time,
can't-
I think time of day might affect it. This is a cigar I think if I'm in the right mood, I would love it.
I would smoke this on the golf course, definitely.
Actually, this will go good with a meal.
You think?
Yeah.
What would you give it on the strength scale?
I don't get any strength from this at all.
I get no.
I give it a 2.5.
2 at the most.
2 at the
Yeah.
most, yeah.
I don't get
Oh,
it
I'd say
at all.
3. It's real. You
Not at
with
all.
the harshness?
No,
It's harsh, but
I'm
it's not
getting-
strong.
I'm not getting any harshness at all.
I'm getting. I feel nicotine. Okay.
Just through the retrohale, if anything, and that's why it's a 2. I'm not getting any harshness from the cigar at all.
What would you put
I do
back
get-
a nudo? With 0?
Yeah. But I'm not getting any harshness at all from this cigar. I don't know where you get that from.
Yeah, I am.
It's a decent through the retrohale. It's not harsh, but more you get more nicotine through the retrohale than I do through the mouth. So, all right. I guess you guys gave it an 8.5 and we gave it an 8.75.
So it's 8.675.
So something like that.
What I originally said.
All right. Don't forget today, if you get a chance to come to Horsham, we have that cut and light with Esteban Carrera and Sean Quay.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Next week in Como, we're doing an AJ event with Laurel Tilly's going to be there.
Yeah.
Ooh. John. It's next Thursday from 4 to 8.
It's worth going just to see this.
Just to see Laurel.
She's great.
She's
she really
awesome.
is.
She really is.
We're also going to have live music. And when I'm old fashions, and I'm also calling Philly style Cuban sandwiches.
What is that?
It's a
Using
Cuban
chopped
sandwich, but a
steak.
different kind of. It's just a different kind of roll. No, it's the same. Everything's the same. It's just they can't
It's on
get
a
panini.
hoagie.
He doesn't have a
Hoagie
press.
roll?
He doesn't have a press. No, it's not on a hoagie roll. It's on a football roll.
Oh, I love football rolls.
I
I like the
Well,
hard. I like
come
the
on
hard
up.
ones.
You
What's a
don't live far
football
away.
roll?
I don't. Huh?
What's a football roll?
Football roll. It's a roll.
It's literally shaped like a football.
It's like shit like a football.
Okay,
It's a tiny thing.
I guess.
But
Well,
I like it when they're
Goombas.
hard too, like the outside
Sounds like a
is
sushi
hard.
thing. You know, a dragon roll, a football
Oh,
roll.
football roll.
Mm.
So,
If you know sushi, like I know
what,
sushi.
what live music do you have? Some guy playing the guitar.
No, Scott's going to play the harmonica.
Yeah, right. No, it's I've had other. It's kind of
Put your lips
background
together
music.
and blow.
It makes for a really nice ambiance.
Live music?
Yeah. Unfortunately, we got like
Going to have a
DJ
woman
Squares.
playing the harp?
Oh, he does.
Loves it.
Yeah. So just one guy
Yeah. Yeah, we used to.
playing the guitar.
We used to have a. Nah, he's. I don't know what he's playing. But
He's got the cymbals on his knees and he's going.
We should have that. There's a guy that comes here that's a musician. Buys a lot of cigars. He comes in like once a week, buys 12, 15 cigars. Little guy, and his brother buys hundreds of dollars at a time.
Oh, Robert. Yes, yes.
He's-
His brother was a cop. Yes.
Yeah, but
yes,
he's
yes,
a musician.
Yeah.
we should.
It'd be
say
great
something
to have a
about,
gig here.
Former manager of Lancaster.
Good.
Well, just I don't know what to say, but one of our the managers of one of our stores passed away on Monday.
Monday.
Um,
Barry.
So
Barry
those
Irvin.
those of you who knew him from most, I mean, he was in our Lancaster store for 10 years or
Yeah.
something like that.
And then he recently.
Recently went
Went to
Ludwig's Corner.
Ludwig's.
Yeah. So condolences to his family.
Yes.
He was the nicest guy.
He was one of the greatest
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he'll definitely be missed.
absolutely.
Well, thank you for watching, and I guess we'll see you next week.
Smoke often and smoke happy.
Ciao for now, everybody.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
To smoke cheap cigars.
There you go.